What's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Let's start off with the left side of the bracket, the losers bracket. So from now on, a deck that loses, one of its matches, it will be out of the tournament. The next matchup here for today are two decks that don't really promote healthy Yu-Gi-Oh! We have good stuff, links from the OCG from 2018 versus a deck that is 2 years older, I guess, from 2016 being Dark Synchro. So which deck has the advantage? Interesting one, and I kind of feel, I kind of agree with the people here. About 60 to 70% of the people see that blend links or, good stuff links from the OCG should have the advantage over Dark Synchro. We know why. Access to powerful hand traps going first. Extra linking is not that important, but, well, the fact that both these decks, as I've mentioned before, pretty much do the same. Again, not let your opponent play the game. Extra linking your opponent out of the duel with something like Ibli and the Boral Sword Lock, while on the other hand we have Dark Synchro that kind of loops your opponent's entire hand, and well, again, both these decks don't really promote healthy Yu-Gi-Oh! But the thing is, well, I mean, if you're looking at any link-oriented deck, in today's format at least, in like 2020, every 2-card combination leads to a healthy Fibrex. Like a regular card, regular monster with a tuner is basically full combo, and that counts for this deck as well. Even though this is really a deck from 2018, it pretty much does the same, with just almost different cards. Well, Summon Sorceress and Firewall Dragon. Instead of Linkross, right? But yeah, what can I do against this lock? Boral Sword again puts one monster on my side of the field to defense position. So okay, I can switch Ibli to attack position to try to get rid of it, like Suicide Crash into one of the low attack monsters from the opponent, but I mean, what can I do? Boral Sword will just put it in defense position again, and I can't go for any special summon that's not a Link summon, and, well, very conveniently, this deck is not playing any Link monsters, so that's an instant loss. So going second, and I definitely want to go first. If there's a hand trap from the opponent, it needs to be a good hand trap. Mexi would indeed be a very solid hand trap, but it's not there, so that's good. This is a huge pot of desires, drawing into Foolish for the glow-up bulb, and one of the best cards, I guess, for the deck in the main deck, that is, and that's Soul Charge for 3 this time. I kind of made like a risky guess by somewhat not sacrificing the desires, or at least, yeah, the third malicious for the early desires, but eventually went for it, kind of banking on the double draw here for desires. But it paid off, using the third malicious, right, having access to the third malicious, and again, not risking the potential banish off of the desires. But long story short, again, as I mentioned before, this deck is heavily reliant or focused on looping your opponent's entire hand. With the standard combo without Pot of Avarice, you can loop 4 cards, and that's Triple Omega and Trishula. But again, if you use desires and your Pot of Avarice is not banished, then you can recycle your Trishula, and go for the 5th card, that is, and of course end with Crystal Wing. So Trishula hits the board, I believe, after double Omega, so there is still 1 Omega left, just in case if I happen not able to draw into Avarice, whatever. But again, with Librarian, it's super easy, especially if you have access to multiple Ancient Fairy Dragon and Formula Synchron. And of course Level Eater for free special summons. So there is a 3rd Omega, most importantly getting the Trishula in the graveyard, so I can use Pot of Avarice to recycle it back to my extra deck, sing for Coral Dragon, which will be used now eventually, and Ancient Fairy Dragon of again pumping up those big monsters, right? And of course ending with Crystal Wing, and that's GG, well played. So game number 3, again I'm going second and I see my opening hand, so I was like, okay, this is kinda okay, having the DD Crow, which is decent against a deck that, well, prevent Global Bulb from hitting the field is very strong, but I mean, it's a deck from 2018, it's running a lot of extenders, right? I mean, basically any 2-card combination leads to Helki, and that's the problem. So I thought Mexi would be fine, I guess, as well, especially going second, giving me more draws and access to more and powerful cards. But then again, if you think about it, let's say if there wasn't a Call by the Grave and I would like draw how many cards? 20 cards maybe? But your opponent is able to end with Ibli, the Boral Ibli lock. I don't think there's an out for me, right? I mean, if I'm not mistaken, well, from the top of my head, I can't really think of any cards other than, you know, again, putting ability to attack position and then suicide crash and hope that my opponent is not able to cover Boral Savage, or yeah, Boral Sword, right? But, well, yeah, well, Call by the Grave was there, so double Maxi, that hurts. Summon Monk is definitely not going to help in this setup. Again, I'm forced or only able to special summon the Link monsters and again Soul Charge there, but yeah, GoPro is also blocked from, you know, due to Ibli and... Ah man, if Ibli hits the field, I can basically scoop up my cards, and you see how powerful, like, one Ibli is, it kind of power creeps, and obviously, right, you're blocking any special summon that's not Link summon. Ibli against any other Link deck is, well, not that great, not always, but you know what I mean. You can just Link it away, and let's say if this deck had some Link monsters, well, obviously it could have been different, but again, that's not the purpose of Cross-Banlist Cup. So yeah, going first, I have to go first, and I get next seats. Yeah, big bummer. I think I have to go for Omega. Maybe I should have gone for the Level Eater as well, but it's really not going to matter. And this is what I was talking about, and you know, having those multiple draws off of Maxi, I'm going to draw like 15 or 20 cards, but again, there aren't really any powerful hand traps that I can rely on. There's DD Crow, okay, but that's that. If you know, like a deck like Plant Links or Good Stuff Links already used up Fiber and has a Firewall Dragon running, there is not really anything I could do. Maybe I should have used Omega a bit, or you know, like... when, you know, your opponent will use, like, Firewall Dragon and get Ibli back to the hand, from the graveyard, that is, but it's not going to matter. I could, you know, use Omega's effect here, and then my field will be wide open for just attack for game, right? So it doesn't matter, Dandelion hits the board for the free tokens and the free Link to summon. No extra Link, I think, but, well, what's going to do. Boral Sword is already on the field for that big delicious OTK, and yeah, 30 cards into my deck. Monster Reborn, okay, the DD Crow does pay off, but I mean, it's a losing battle. So I feel we have a well-deserved winner, even though this deck or this matchup was kinda ugly. Both decks don't really promote healthy Yugioh, but that's how it is. So Plant Links is moving on again to the top 8, I guess, of the losers bracket, and Dark Synchro is the first deck that's out of the tournament. Next matchup, a big one again. One of these decks will be out of the tournament if it loses its matchup. We have a 60 card Paleo versus Pepe, OCG, right? And you know, Paleos might have this, who knows? Feel free to leave your prediction. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.